You click the multi-step button, add 5 steps, paste in all your prompts, then with one click, ChatGPT starts generating your entire project. You can even export all the answers into one unified text file. But the craziest part is that ChatGPT doesn't even have this feature. You see, for the past 2 years, I built a Chrome extension called Ultra that unlocks hidden abilities inside ChatGPT to help automate my work. But this multi-step prompting feature is one of the most powerful abilities we unlocked so far. With this feature, I can finally have ChatGPT complete large projects with one click. Let me show you. So for the first use case, I want to create a contract, and I'm going to press this button here to add 5 steps. The first step is going to brainstorm 50 clause ideas for our contract, and then the remaining steps are going to generate the clauses themselves. The reason you want to split that up is because ChatGPT can only do so much with every individual prompt. So when you split up the clause generation into multiple prompts, you actually get a much higher quality answer because it's able to really go in deep and make really high-end clauses. When you're trying to do everything in just one prompt, it really skims it and gives you just basic one-liners. So let's press send. And right away, it's step 1 out of 6. It starts doing the 50 clause ideas. So it's brainstorming those. Then it goes on to step 2 out of 6 and generates the first 10 clauses. As you can see, it's generating the first clause, then the second clause, and so on. Then it's generating the second batch of clauses, so 11 to 20. Okay, and then it finishes step 6 out of 6. It finishes all the clauses, and we have 50 clauses with 6 steps. It's all done, and we can press advanced, and then press this TXT button, and we download all the answers in one unified text file. If I open it up here, you'll see that we have all our clause ideas here, and then every individual answer. So if you wanted to import this into a Word document, you don't have to go copy pasting all the answers. You can just export the entire chat into this text file, and you can quickly copy paste everything in. For the next use case, I want to show you how you can use multi-step for brainstorming with ChatGPT. So I want, for the first step, ChatGPT to brainstorm 20 ideas to solve a problem for me. So I have 9 steps to reach my front door, but I don't want railing. In Ontario, you need railing for anything more than 2 steps. So I want it to generate the ideas, and then I want it to wait for my feedback on those ideas. So I toggle this feedback thing. This means it's going to stop on this step and not continue to the next step until I press the continue button. And then once I press continue and I'm happy with going back and forth with ChatGPT, then it's going to create an inline table of the top 10 ideas and compare them to each other. I can even save this so that I can reuse it later. This is super useful if you have, let's say, 10 steps, and in between certain steps, you toggle on this feedback button because you want to give ChatGPT some input and kind of refine things, and you want to reuse it. So when I press the save button here, I can save it to my prompt library. So let's call this Finding Solutions to Problems, and we'll save it to the brainstorming section. And if I refresh the page, I can just go to brainstorming. I can click this button, and as you can see, it populates everything. So I can have this saved and reuse it later. So let's press send. And it's doing step 1 out of 2. It's brainstorming 20 ideas on how we can have 9 steps without railing. See, it's landing every 2 steps, wide cascading steps, switchback steps. So it asks me which ones to swap out. And then you see it stopped. It says paused on step 2 out of 2. So it's waiting for my feedback. Let's say I say swap 4 and 11. Let's say I didn't like those. Press enter. And now it's swapping those. Okay, let's say I'm happy with the swaps, and now the 20 are great. I can just press resume flow, and it continues with the flow. And now it's creating this matrix of comparing all these solutions for me. So this is incredibly powerful because the number one way to use ChatGPT is in a collaborative way. So you can build this entire process of multiple steps of how you do your work, and you can add these little feedback steps in between where it's going to stop in certain parts and ask for your input. And if you think everything is doing is great, you just continue. You press continue flow. If you want modifications, you can ask for it. And then once you're happy, you continue flow. So this kind of takes multi-step prompting to the next level. Now you're probably wondering, how do I upgrade my ChatGPT with Ultra? And what is the cost? So upgrading your ChatGPT is just a one-click Chrome extension install. You will see your ChatGPT instantly transform and get all this new functionality. Like a prompt library sidebar, where you can tell it what you do for a living, and it goes out and generates prompts to automate your job. We also have forms, where you can build a custom ChatGPT interface to align with your task and hook it up to a multi-step flow, perfect for automating repetitive work. It also allows ChatGPT to break out of the chat window and be your assistant across the web. Talk to YouTube videos, write your emails, work inside your documents, and do your spreadsheets. So how much is this upgrade going to cost? I mean, software that just unlocks ChatGPT and spreadsheets costs $19 a month. AI assistants go for $25 a month. These are literally just two of dozens and dozens of features we have with Ultra. So you're probably thinking we charge $50 a month or even $100 a month. The reality is actually exactly the opposite. My goal with this software is to make using AI for work accessible to as many people as possible. This is why for people watching this video today, we set up a special 50% off discount link. You can get Ultra for $67 a year instead of the much higher regular price by going to getultra.ai/save50 or by clicking the link in the description. I'm looking forward to getting your feedback on the software and hearing about all the amazing things you guys are doing with it.